I'm 82 years old, and the first time I truly understood life was lying on a hospital bed at 63. Not because I was dying, but because I almost did. One moment I was rushing to work, answering emails, thinking about deadlines. The next moment, I couldn't breathe. That's when life finally slowed down for me. And by then, I'd already missed so much. The doctor called it a minor heart attack. He said I was lucky, very lucky. But as I stared at the ceiling of that hospital room with machines quietly beeping beside me, I didn't feel lucky. I felt embarrassed, ashamed, because deep down, I knew this didn't come out of nowhere. For most of my life, I lived in a hurry. I rushed meals. I rushed conversations. I rushed past people I loved. Stress felt normal to me. Being tired felt productive. I told myself I was doing all of this for my family, for our future, for security. But the truth is, I didn't know how to stop. And eventually, my body forced me to. While I was recovering in the hospital, my daughter came to visit me. She sat quietly beside my bed for a long time. Then she said something I will never forget. She said, "Dad, we've been waiting for you to slow down for years." That sentence hurt more than the heart attack. Because in that moment, I realized something painful. Time was the real currency I had been spending. And I had been spending it carelessly. I missed birthdays. I postponed vacations. I said, "Next year?" too many times. And suddenly, I was running out of years. After I was discharged, the doctor gave me strict instructions. Less stress, more rest, lifestyle changes. I nodded politely, but inside I was terrified because I didn't know who I was without stress. My job gave me identity. Busyness made me feel important. One night, lying awake in bed, still weak, still shaken, I asked myself a question I'd avoided my entire life. What's the point of success? If it slowly kills you, that's when I learned this truth. Success without peace is still failure. A few weeks later, an old colleague of mine passed away. He was successful, respected, always working. At his funeral, people spoke briefly about his career, but what stayed with me was the empty seat beside his wife. Careers end, titles disappear, emails stop, but the relationships, they're what remain. And I had treated mine like they were guaranteed. They're not. If I could live again, I would slow down sooner. I would take stress seriously. I would choose dinners over deadlines, conversations over emails, presence over pressure. I would listen instead of multitasking. I wouldn't wait for a hospital bed to teach me how fragile life is. Because life doesn't send warnings loudly. Sometimes it whispers until one day it doesn't. If you're watching this and you're younger than me, please hear this from someone who learned it the hard way. Your body remembers stress. Your family remembers absence. Your life remembers what you prioritize. You don't need to quit your job. You don't need to change everything. But you do need to pay attention. Pay attention to exhaustion. Pay attention to strained relationships. Pay attention to the things you keep postponing. Because one day, your body may force you to stop. I didn't learn life's greatest lessons from success. I learned them from a hospital bed, a weak heartbeat, and the fear of not getting another chance. You still have time. Don't wait for a wake-up call like mine. Learn this before the sun sets.